Hey everybody, Joy here. It is Wednesday. Donnie comes tomorrow, so this is my last day to get everything done insofar as decorating, which is very, very, very small and little this year. And I still have to clean up my tables up here, but I will. So did y'all notice what's missing? What is missing downstairs? Did you notice? The Nativity. I'm not doing Christmas ever without the reason for the season. Unto us a child is born. Oh, that's right. So I'm going to go through this little door that looks like I can't get through it, but I can. You want to come with me? Of course you do. Come on. Come see, I came through. See, I don't really, my hair touches it, but I can get through it. This is the little door that comes out into the attic. I have two attics up here. This is my attic where I store all my extra stuff. So over there in the corner, I'm going to go grab a Nativity. All right, here it is. Here it is. One of them, I think I have several. And I have a little stable, a little, I don't know what you call it. I think it's a stable. Hold on. So here's my little stable. I don't know if it's going to fit where I want to put this Nativity or not, but I'm going to take it out for just in case. And I'm going to leave it here, and I'm going to take this downstairs. So after I get it opened and arranged, I'll show you. So here it is. Here's the Nativity all set up. And Jerry attached one of those lights I got. See in there? Remember I said I bought the push button lights that go in closets and they're little? And I bought them for the little Christmas tree there. Well, they were real dumb for the Christmas tree. They couldn't work. And yes, I understand I could buy some battery lights that are small enough to go on that tree, but I'm not undecorating it to put those lights on there. So here is the Nativity, and it's a really nice Jesus. I like to have a nice Jesus. I think Jesus was probably darker skinned than that, but... And there's his mama. Huh?
Don't get technical.
And there's his daddy. And the kings. We three kings of Orient are. The kings actually didn't come until later. And so, Mary and Joseph were able to use all the riches that the kings brought them to run away to Egypt because the king was killing all the children to try to kill this son of God he'd heard about.
Yep.
So, amazing.
King Herod.
I love the light in it. Thanks, honey. That's a great idea.
Yeah, it's perfect light because it's not very bright.
Yeah. I said, oh, let's put another one. Jerry said, no, it's just supposed to shine on Jesus. So, alrighty. Now I've got to pick up the mess on the floor and go on to the next task. So, hey everybody, Joy here. I would have been here sooner, but I've been arguing with Amazon around and around and around and around. Oh, I ordered some little t-shirt things from them, and they were just absolutely awful. You could totally see through them, and they felt slimy. And so anyway, I did the returns. They said, UPS will come pick it up in one day. Well, that was Monday. This is Wednesday. So I tried to talk to them. They tried to have me fill out these questions, but the questions were all wrong. Which item do you want to return? Well, there's not a which item. There's 8 items, and they wouldn't let me choose over one. And so I clicked on this and clicked on that and clicked on this and clicked on that. Finally, I got to chat with somebody. But of course, the person I was chatting with is in India and doesn't read English very well. She kept telling me she was going to send UPS with one label for my package. I kept telling her, there's 3 packages, not one package. Yes, I understand 3 packages. I will send UPS with a label for your package. So I don't know what they're coming with or when they're coming, but whatever. I'm done with that for the day, and so now I get to play with you, okay? I did my devotion already. It's uploading now on YouTube. But I'm sitting here playing with this pattern. I was at Wal-Mart. I haven't been looking for patterns for a long time. For one thing, I don't know when they're on sale unless Viv tells me. And she hasn't told me in quite a while. So, and I don't need any anyway, as you know. But I was at Walmart the other day, and it was the day Jerry dropped me off at Walmart. And so I was waiting for Jerry to be ready to come pick me up, and I thought, they have simplicity patterns here, maybe I'll go look at those. So I went to look at those, and every simplicity pattern I wanted wasn't in the drawer, they didn't have it. So then I went over to that rack that has It's So Simple. They're kind of all by themselves on this one rack. And the pattern that I wanted that wasn't in the drawer was like this pattern. So I have some fleece, I have some real pretty fleece. And I want to make a sweater out of it. And I saw this and I thought, oh, I really like it. I really liked it from the other pattern that they didn't have. This very much like it. So I'll show it to you. When am I going to make it? I don't know. I do not know these things. But I'll show it to you anyway. It's So Simple McCall's L9629. And I'm going to make the one that the girl is wearing with the square collar. And I'm going to make it that length because I don't have anything that's that long. And I need warm. 80 degrees tomorrow and the next day here. But whatever. And here's the back. So this kind of pattern is just $2.97. So I figured, sale or no sale, I could afford that. And of course you can see it has to be stretch fabric. Now the thing about fleece, I don't know if y'all have ever sewn fleece, but you don't have to hem fleece. Fleece doesn't ravel. You can just cut it out and that's it. That's the edge. Cut the seam allowance off it. This will get made so fast, I just can't wait to do it. But I still have some presents to wrap. And I have been wandering around with my camera all day yesterday and this morning, just showing you kind of what I've been. Somebody said, we'd like to see what you do in the day. And I'm like, why? So anyway, I did this thing that I love to do. Used to, you know, we had big family Christmases. And my mother was very, very much into table setting. She always insisted on a complete full table setting every single meal we had. Dinner meal. Now lunch didn't have to be everything, and breakfast, of course, you just ate a bowl of cereal and went to school. But dinner time, we had to have all of the place settings and the napkins and the centerpiece and everything. Mother was very, very much into that. And when Mother was older and she and Daddy were retired, she bought all kinds of different dishes because she liked different dishes for different occasions, and she had all kinds of different placemats that she made. And it just so happens that Terry, my friend Terry down the street, is married to a man named Doug. Doug's mother's name is Wanda. And Wanda is just like my mother. Only Wanda carried it even a step way bigger. And before she had dementia, many years ago when she was younger, she belonged to some kind of a club. I think Terry told me. I don't know if she just did it. I think it was a club. And you would set your table every month with special table settings. Tablecloths, napkins, glasses, dishes, and everything. And every month would be different. Now, I could be wrong. It might have been every holiday, but I think it was every month. And I actually got invited over to her house one time for one of her luncheons. Oh, I wish I could find a picture of it somewhere. I'm sure Terry and I must have taken a picture, but it would be on our cell phones, and it would be so far back, I don't know if I can find it. But I just love Doug's mother. Her house was so neat, you could eat off the toilet seat. She was very, very particular about everything, and of course reminded me of my mother, because that's the way my mother was. So anyway, why are you telling us that? You're always telling us something. Well, I know. So, several years back, you know, we owned a business. We had 21 employees. Our employees used to all throw money in a pot and give us a gift card at Christmas time. And it was, you know, $300-400, something like that. And so one year, I took the money and I bought these really pretty Christmas dishes with it. Well, then I proceeded to put them away and never use them because, you know, that was only maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and, you know, our kids quit talking to us before then. So we haven't had Christmases here, and I have never used those dishes. So I was looking for something. I don't remember what I was looking for, but I opened a drawer and I went, oh, there's all those pretty Christmas dishes. I want to use them. So I'm going to show you what I did. You know, we're only having 3 for Christmas. And I thought, well, I don't want to do just 3, and I want to do 4, but what will I do? Nobody's coming, nobody likes us. Oh, poor me, I'm going to go eat worms. Yes, so. You seem so happy, Joy. I am, because you know, nobody can take Burnsides away from me. Praise God forevermore for that. I have no idea what clips are on this camera. I mean, I know what I showed, but I don't know if they're any good, if I can use them, or if I can't use them, if the light was good or bad or what. So I'm just going to start right here, and I'm just going to show you some videos I took yesterday just through my day, and then this morning I showed you what I did this morning. Okay? Right here, let's go! Alrighty, here's what I wanted to show you that reminds me of my mother and Terry's mother-in-law, Wanda. I had the pretty dishes like I told you, but I've never used them. And you know, we've only got 3 people here for Christmas. We've got Jerry and me and Jerry's brother Don. And I set another place for the special guest, the birthday boy, Jesus. And I'm showing you this angel up close. I just love this. It's one of my favorite things that I own. I'll show you here in a minute what the name of the plate is. I think right here. I don't know how people do this narrating stuff and get it in the right place. There you go. Victorian Christmas. And then out here, I just went, oh my goodness, those horrible pillows. And the pillows are there because they got wet and I had to bring them in to dry. And then I put them back out there to put with the swing. See the swing back there? And I just thought, hey, I need to decorate those for Christmas. So you saw my patio. Not very nice patio because we had to take all the plants away. I'd love to have a bunch of big poinsettias out there, but you can't leave those out in the cold. So I've got to have some Christmas fabric, right? Because I want to cover those 2 pillows with Christmas pillowcases. And they get washed constantly because it's dirty outside. I need to order some, and I don't know if they'd have it in Christmas, but you know, there's some fabrics that are outdoor fabrics. Let's see if we have anything for Christmas over here. I actually don't see much. Here's a Christmas. That's a cute one. I don't have enough though. I think I made something out of that last year. I did. You know what? I made a Christmas dish drainer for my counter downstairs. I wonder where on earth I'm storing it. Ooh, that's a pretty one. It would fade really, really bad though in the sun. But if I only use it at Christmas, and there's not enough of it either. You need quite a bit for pillowcases. There's one. You know those pillowcases that you can make real fast? They're the, what do you call it method? Where you tuck everything in and under and flip it through and around. Oh, I don't know. If I was an organized person, I would put the Christmas all together in a Christmas department. Now how cute is that? That is so darn cute. I wanted to make a blouse out of that one. That is super cute. I really like snowmen. And yes, my thumbnail broke off this morning when I was doing something. I like that, huh? A navy blue one. That's a Christmassy one. Aha! Check this one out. Now that's Christmassy. And I have a lot of it. Aha! I wonder how candy canes would look. No. No, I think this is pretty. It would fade terrible, but it could last, you know, just put it out a few days at Christmas time. Okay, so there is some red that I could do the the flap width, the border, the whatever you call it. And here's the pillowcase. Here's pillowcase number 1. Now these pillowcases are so easy to make. It's a burrito style. So there's no open seams in here. There's videos all over YouTube on how to make this pillow. Jenny Doan tells you to do a 1-inch piece of trim. The lady that flies the airplane says to do a, let me see, she uses 3 inches, so 1.5 inch. And I used her 1.5 inch, and I think I would like Jenny Doan's better. I think it's a little wide. Now you will notice that my flap is flopping over the end. Well, that's because it's on the wrong pillow. I just grabbed a pillow up here to show it to you, okay? And if you happen to sew it like this and you find out it's too long, all you have to do is take the pillow out and sew it down here at the bottom deeper. See? And then, let's play like we're the right length. And then, I don't like the pillow to stick out the end anyway. But you gotta have some pillow. My blouse keeps falling down, I'm sorry. It won't be a problem until it reaches my waist anyway. Okay, so this pillow needs a shorter pillowcase, but I've got to put it on the one on the patio, and the patio one is longer, so I want to make sure that it fits that pillow first, okay? Now, another thing that you might want to consider, the way my fabric is, the snowman had to go up and down like this. If I had used the poinsettia fabric, it would have been up and down like this, and it wouldn't have mattered. It would have been the same all directions. So think about that when you're making these pillowcases, because you can't sleep with your pillow like this on the bed. You have to sleep with it like this. This is really cute fabric. There's birds and birdhouses and cardinals and snowmen. Isn't it cute? And it might look, because of the camera, that the green doesn't match, but it matches perfect. The green isn't green like grass, it's a lime green. There goes my blouse again. Good heaven. Let me get behind the curtain. Okay, I've got pillow number 2 to make. Take me 15 minutes, but I wanted to show you that, since this is my what did I do in a day or two video. Oh. I decided a few weeks ago that I was going to do this for Christmas presents, thinking that, you know, maybe we'd get invited to, you know, my daughters, and I could give these to everybody for kind of a fun little gift. Would put it in stockings if I was doing it here, but I'm still going to do it for Jerry's brother and Jerry and me and maybe Terry, and I don't even know who else. But it's because of Becky. You know, I do so many things because of Becky. A very recent video. Her videos are under Power Tools with Thread. In a very recent video, she showed that she found this. Somebody sent it to her or something, and she said, oh, I thought I'd just try it. And so she tried it, and I thought, well, hey, those are cute. I like those. So I went to whatever place it was, and of course I've forgotten the name. But I think it was free. If it wasn't free, I paid for it. It wasn't very much money, a couple dollars. And downloaded the cut file. And so then you have to have this special stuff. You can't just use regular vinyl, and you can't use material. You have to use leather. And I didn't have any of this scan and cut stuff, Cricut stuff. I think that's Cricut brand, actually. It is. That's Cricut brand. Before I walk all over it, I'll tell you what it's called. It's called faux leather in 3 languages. Faux leather. I better keep that for instructions. Faux leather by Cricut. Pebbled. It's pebbled faux leather. And so I am going to cut these little things out of this faux leather. I think this is what Becky used. And so it's pretty, see? It's pebbled. You see the pebbling? And so it's a little bit, you know, stiff. And so you have to have this stuff. And then you have to have snaps. And I have snaps. I probably have 2 or 3 different kinds of snaps in this house somewhere. But Becky used these kinds of snaps. And I knew I didn't have these kinds of snaps, and they're not very expensive. So I ordered these from Amazon. And of course, they're made in China, like everything these days. So these are snaps. And I ordered them. And these 2 things came together in that little package you just saw. So this is the big plier, the wrench, the pliers that you squish and it makes the snap go in the material, you know. It's probably not called pliers, but until I figure out what it's called, that's what we're calling. Now, please pray I don't drop these all over the floor. And here's the little snaps. And I bought these in all the different colors just because I like all different colors and I thought it was fun. So these are the snaps. And it shows, now I can't close it. Hello, close. It shows on the top of the box how you do them. See, there's the thing. Hey, it's called pliers. So, if you want it, I got this on Amazon. I'll put it in my store. I think I have a category called miscellaneous. And it's just snaps. And so then I'll put some of this in my store too. I never think of my store. And I'll put this in there too under scan and cut. I'll put them both under scan and cut stuff. I'm going to go downstairs and get my laptop, bring it up here because I need it next to the scan and cut because it sends the commands to the scan and cut and tells the scan and cut what to do. So let me go get it, let me get it set up, and if you don't want to wait for me, run over there to Becky and watch her make them. But I'm going to show you how I do it because I don't even really know, I haven't done it yet. Okay, give me a few minutes to get set up. Well, and for you it'll be like that. Let me get something out of the trash. All right, I have a few things to say about the cord snaps. The cord snaps. This is what you get from polkadotchair.com. You get this. Do you see there's 2 little holes in it? You download the SVG file. It actually does not cut that little. It cuts bigger than that. And it has no holes in it. Mine has no holes. It was really weird. I lined up 9 of them. And it cut out all 9 of them, and then it cut out 2 holes just off in space somewhere. I can't find the holes in the FVG file. I can't see them anywhere. You don't need them anyhow. You need to cut your own holes. So this is what you print out, but this is not the size of it. So when you put it in Canvas Workspace, you know, you go to canvasworkspace.com and you do your work online. You can download it to your computer, but that's not as good as the online Canvas Workspace. So, I went to the Canvas Workspace, I made 9 of them in a row, and I sent them over here to my scan and cut, through the air, through the Wi-Fi, through what they call the cloud. And it cut my leather. Here's my leather, remember, from Cricut. Don't have it on half cut, I have it on whole cut. I'm using my black blade. And it's not a black blade, but it's a blade in a black case. And I put it on 2 to cut 2. And I've got the lever over here. There's a 1, there's a 2. 1 is for real skinny stuff, 2 is for fat stuff. I figured this was fat, so I put it on 2. It cut perfectly. The only problem is, let me show you the difference in what it cuts. Here's the size if you print out from the Polka Dot Chair SVG. But here's what it actually cuts. That's if you don't change anything and you just cut it out like it comes to you. That's how big it comes. So I made a couple. Here they are. 1, 2, 3. I actually made some more. But I took them down and I showed them to Burnsides. And I said, hey, look at this. What do you think? And I put a couple on one of my cords to a charger cord, and I found out, I'll show you why I have 2. If you just have 1, and you have to be strong, this is good finger exercise. It's a little too good. If you just have 1, it goes like that, sproing, it goes sproing. So you have to have 2 of them in some cases. See? For non-springing. So then I took it down and I showed it to Jerry and he said, "Oh my gosh, that's really cool. You made those?" I said, "Yes, I'm giving some to your brother for Christmas." He said, what do you think he said? He said you need to make them bigger for bigger cords. So my lightning fast mind, I went back over to my scan and cut and I just made it bigger. See? Let's put it against the white. Look like little bow ties, don't they? Haha. So I made it bigger. And so now I'm getting ready to cut it out again, even bigger, because I have some really fat cords. And these probably are the cheapest snaps in the world. I don't think they're the greatest high quality. I mean, they don't even make a snappy sound. A little bit of a snappy sound. But they're the ones Becky used, so they're the ones I bought. I might buy some more heavy-duty ones and some more heavy-duty leather. I mean, if I decide this is really a good deal. Okay? And I showed you all my different colors of snaps. And here's the plier thingy. It's cheap, but it works. So I'm going to show you what I do. I have the leather on my standard mat, pretty side up. It won't stick. It tells you to put it on a standard mat, but it won't stick. And my standard mat is sticky. So I put Scotch tape to hold the top down and the bottom down. And I found that when it starts to cut them out, sometimes you have to grab them off really quick because they want to curl up. So I don't know how to get this to stick. See? It's not sticking. Jeffrey told me one time that you can spray that temporary spray adhesive. I think I might try that because it's really irritating when it cuts it and then it curls up because the blade will catch it and you will have a mess. I think I might just do that. I'll be back. Okay, I have done it. I have done the deed. I used 505. You want to be sure it's temporary. Temporary. It just goes away by itself in so many hours. So I just went in there over the sink and I untaped this and I just let it hang down and I sprayed the back of the leather. I didn't spray the cardboard. I sprayed the back of the leather. So now it is stucker. It's more stucker downer. Okay, so we'll see how that works. Alright, so we're going to feed that in. Alright, so there you see. There is the scan and cut. I don't know if you can see the little computer screen, but the computer screen has 5 little ones, and the little ones are actually the first big ones. It has 5 of this size, and then I blew this up to be even bigger, and so it's going to make 2 even bigger ones. So, let's see what happens, huh? You want to watch? What do we do next, class? Who knows what we do next? Yes, Susie! Yes, that is right. We want to scan the leather to make sure that all of our little cutouts are going to fit on our leather. Very good. Okay, so we are going to scan the mat with the leather on it. With the leather on it. And there it went. Now on my screen it's going to show me that leather. There it is. So now I can look to see if all of my little, it looks like ice cream scoops. It looks like those little wooden ice cream scoops the ice cream man used to give us. So every single one of them is inside the leather. It looks really good. It's a little close to the edge over there. I think I'm going to move it in a little bit so it doesn't hit the Scotch tape. I don't like my cutouts to be on the edges. Bad things happen on the edges when I'm working with this, okay? So I try to come in a little bit from the top, from the bottom, and from the sides. And I have, and I can see that here, and there's my blue leather. So we're going to say, okay, and we're going to say, please select, and we're going to say cut, cut, and then we're going to see if it's saved. Half cut off, speed 3, pressure 2. Cut. Yes, so I'm just going to start. Start. Now, I've never done it with that spray stuff on it before. You see my two little command cups over here? Aren't they nice? One of you told me about them. Thank you very much. You want to see what it is? I have an extra one. I'll show you in a minute. Oh, it's cutting. It is so stinking cute. And now it's staying down. Because I put that extra spray on it, the tab is not curling up after it's been cut. Here's the command cup. They were out of them every single place in the whole wide world we went to, so I ordered these from, of course, Amazon. Very nice. And you know, they're easily removable and they don't mess anything up. Why do you have an extra one? I don't know. I can always put it on something else. Oh my gosh, that one's really big. Wait till you see how big this is. I feel like such a scientist or an inventor or something. It cut it really good. So we're going to say, okay. And we're going to push the little exit button. And I'm going to come show you up close. Can you see the cutting? I think you can. See the great big ones? So this is that piece of leather. It stuck really good. But not so good I can't get it off. So let's see this great big one. Oh, look at that size. Oh my goodness. I'm going to give that to Sideburns for Christmas for a surprise. A great big one. How awesome is that? Let's get a cord. Let's get a cord and try a big one with it. This is a really big extension cord. Look at that. Look at that. That's not the whole cord, but I bet it could hold the whole cord. How awesome is that? So you want to see how you put the snaps in? Of course you do. So you have your bow tie. So what you have to figure out is where you're going to put these snaps in it. And so what I do is, I pick an end, either this end or this end. If you don't like this end, use this end. Fold it in half and mark the halfway point. This is just what I do. Nobody else has to do it. Then take the snap and put it down here and see kinda where you want to put it. I mean, it's that hard. And so then I turn it around and I stick the pokey part in. I make a hole, and you see that tiny little itty bitty hole I just made in the end, right down there. So that's just a dent really. So now I'm going to make a real hole. I think it's pretty much in the center. Okay, so I'm going to wiggle a real hole. Then I'm going to fold it with the other side next to it. Ooh, and that sticky stuff holds it together for you. Now that's going to disappear on its own, you know. So now I'm going to poke a hole through the other side too. But we can't see, it doesn't matter. I'm just poking a hole through there. Ah, get mad, and then you can get glad again. You know, you should have Christmas music playing when you're doing this. You should. It's a good idea. All right, so now I've poked a hole, a little hole. So then you have to figure out what color you want to poke in it, because you have all these colors, right? Let's see, what color do we want? Oh my goodness, this is way too much fun. How about white? I haven't used white yet, so let's do a white one. You have to get them out of the little container. So you need some tweezers to do that because they're too little to grab with your fingers. And there's really good directions right on the top of the box. There's only 3 pieces. One of the pieces is the cap, and it has the long little pointy part, see? And so one of the pieces is the innie and one of the pieces is the outie, or you can call them male and female or whatever. And they do look different. So that's good. You want them to look different. So then you get your little piece. You know, This size might need 2 snaps. And think about that. We shall see. So you put the cap on the top of the leather, the blue part. And so then you put this little hoosie on, one of the other things, the innie or the outie or the boy or the girl. And then you get your pliers. Y'all have done this. I know y'all have done this. And then you just plunger it. And you do it. I noticed if you would put it down on a table, you kind of can push harder. See? It's the pushy thingy. So then, there you got the first part of the snap. So I don't know if that's the girl or the boy. That looks like the girl. It goes through the leather. The pokey thing goes through the leather real easy. So now we're going to put the boy part on. And then we're going to go, and this is kind of tricky. So you kind of got to hold it so you can see it, and then you go, and you get your frustration out. Okay, so now I have the top and the bottom, the in and the out, and then you test it. Test it to see if you had enough strength. Testing. Ah, yes. See, now this doesn't seem like it would be very tight. Oh, yeah, it is. If you snap it good, it is. Snap it good. Snap it good. Snap it good. Ah! See there? So that is excellent. So I'm going to give these to Sideburns because he said he wanted some big ones. Of course, he's probably wanting them big enough to cover a garden hose. Well, I ought to make him one. 12 inches long as the cutter will cut it. That would be so funny. Okay, so I've got one more that size. Look how easy they come off, y'all. Look. Remember, they're sticky on the back. Look. Is that awesome? I love it. I love it. I'm so proud of it. Okay, so you got the idea. So you know my lightning fast mind, right? Well, look what I just thought of. I thought, make a template. And then I can just stick it over the end of each one of them and poke the hole with it. See? My lightning fast mind. It clicks in. A little late most times, but at least it does click in eventually. So that's how I'm going to package it. One of my jewelry boxes. What do you think? You know he's going to open it up and say, what the heck is this supposed to be? Oh, I got to make a matching set for Jerry. I think that's just cute as can be. I got to send a picture to Becky. Okay, that's it for today. I have got to get some stitches removed out of my Nativity quilt because I am going to put piano keys. I don't know if any of you know what piano keys are, but all they are is just long stripes. Look like piano keys, right? And I'm going to put those in the borders. But I've got to get out all those feathers. A lot of you said, well, angels have feathers. Well, angels don't have feathers that look like my feathers, my friends. And I don't have time to learn them right now. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to let you go for today. I don't know if I'll get back before Christmas or not. If I don't, Merry Christmas. If I do, I'll tell you again. Bye for now.